intro music, yeah! Woohoo!
Hey everybody, welcome back, and today I want to take a look at artifacts and kind of break them down. One reason being is we have an artifact gallery event today, and with artifacts being something that is going to continue and persist in the near future, I figured it might as well be something that we talk about and kind of break down, because I feel like there's a lot of misunderstanding of how the artifact system works connected to formation armadas. Now, the reason I say that is because I still get a lot of questions, and even have gotten multiple today, where people just don't necessarily understand how the system works, and furthermore, how to actually progress in the system. Both unlocking the artifacts, where to find all the artifacts, and then how you actually go through leveling them. So I figured in today's video, we're gonna cover that between the rare formation armadas and the uncommons, and pray to God that Scopa doesn't drop any epics on our face. Now, real quick, all these charts, all this information is available on my Discord in the STFC channel. So if you're looking for anything specific, let me know, tag one of the orange or blue names, that's the volunteers and the moderators, and they'll be more than happy to point you in the right direction. So let's go ahead and back out real quick, and let's start talking about these artifacts. So what you're gonna find once you are level 26 or above and you have the artifact gallery is you're gonna start unlocking a lot of artifacts. Now, one of the pieces of confusion can happen when you look at, say, my Janeway's coffee mug, where I have 192 out of 22. It's level 4. I can't take it any higher, yet I have level 9 Vidian organ harvesters and level 9 Captain Proton's blasters. Now, the good thing about the artifacts is they're a slower acquisition, I guess, but they affect all kinds of things: repair speed, hull health, isolytic damage, and depending on the type of armada you're hitting, you're going to get a different reward. So why is it that this happens? Well, let's start with this little announcement that came out several months ago and read together. So there were some changes to the artifacts in terms of how soon you can use them, but also what it's going to take to level them up. So unlocking artifacts is now based on your ops level, not the artifact gallery building level. So before, if you had an artifact that was only for like a level 50 player and you had the shards, unless you had a level 50 building, you were SOL. The change ended up making it to where you could own any of these artifacts up to level 4, but then you would hit a wall based on the level of your ops and building. That's what we're talking here. So the original premium artifact bundle will now be available to the end of update 54, which ended. So if you're curious why the bundle that was there disappeared, that's why. Just like the isolytic bundle got, bye-bye. But this covers the basics of how it works and the changes that were made. So if you click on Janeway's coffee mug, you'll see that I actually can't upgrade it until I hit Artifact Gallery 40. Now, the good news for me, I'm not terribly far from that. I'm actually at 36 and constantly working my way up, because this is one of the features that I very routinely engage in. As you can see, I've already done pulls, or will be doing a pull today, and I'm grabbing these as often as time allows and game allows. So anyway, let's back out real quick and talk about how we can actually source a lot of these artifacts, because there's a big piece of confusion there that I have found understanding where things are and how to unlock them. Now, if you are in a high level alliance like I am, or at least the top alliance on the server, then you're probably going to run into the same initial problem that my group did and I run into, and let me know if you've had a similar experience in the game, where they want to do the biggest thing possible. Anybody else run into this? That's what my alliance does. They want to come and do these 55s. Well, coincidentally, that's why I have so many Janeway coffee mugs. Now, that might not make much sense, but don't worry, I'll explain. Every armada, both rare and uncommon formation armadas, drops a specific type of artifact in the winnings. For this particular one right here, Janeway's coffee mug is the primary uncommon that it drops, and you'll see it here on this lovely chart. Again, these are easy to find in my Discord. I will also probably post these on my Facebook, just because I realize that not everybody uses Discord. Just remind me, and I'll get right on that. But if you look, some of my favorite artifacts in the game are actually come on the level 45s. And now, I'm sorry for all those who've been enjoying farming these 45s, where everybody tries to go as high as possible. The reason I love the 45s are for like the Quark scanner. Now, I'll show you real quick why I love them, but in short, it's because those focus on hull health boost to all your ships. For example, the Quarks one is for interceptors. And how about we go ahead and you want to peel back and take a look at that? That seems appropriate. Let's go ahead and peel back and take a look. So if you go back to the artifact gallery, hit your little button there, and come on down to where I have my Quark scanner, increases base hull health for interceptors. Now, there is more value in a hull health boost than there are a lot of other boosts in the game. In fact, this is going to help you do a lot of things that maybe you couldn't, because it helps, right? Like, there are big boosts out there, but in terms of what has the most value, hull health is one of the most valuable things you can add to any ship. So for that, I've been focusing on that. But it took a while to, hey, redirect everybody. Hey, we need to go do 45s. Let's run those. So what ended up happening in the first couple weeks, I loaded up with a lot of the big level ones, even though I couldn't necessarily use them. That doesn't mean I've unlocked everything. In fact, one of the things I like about this artifact system is it does take work by your alliance. There is no just easy way to fly through and get whatever you want. I can't just buy my way to a max Janeway coffee mug. I actually like that mechanic. It takes coordination and work from your team. And again, these are the ones that you get from the uncommon formation armadas, with the only ones missing being these epics. We'll cover those epics here at the end of the video and how to source those. But let's move over to the rares, because rare formation armadas have also become a fun little discussion point and pain point because the sourcing is abysmally slow. But anyway, come all the way up into this green spinny wheel of epic disappointment. Now, can't actually see in there without sending a ship. So we'll wait a minute and a half and make that happen during the video. And in that time, I'll actually show you this chart right here. Isolated artifact sourcing. This has to do with the rare formation armada. So over on the right, you'll see, depending on the level of what you take down and the level that you complete with your alliance, will allow you to get specific artifacts for your building. Now, this can also depend on what you end up wanting to focus on. As you'll see, same thing as with the uncommons, the epics are locked behind certain things, with it being the time chest, which was a limited time, which is now already ended, or the standard Voyager refinery, which also can provide other benefits as well. So in terms of sourcing, if you wanted to get the rares and we wanted to have, say, I guess it really depends on which one y'all like, and I don't want to kind of insert my opinion here, but if, for example, if you wanted Riker's trombone, you would need to go out and do the 60 rares, which are these ones right here. So you could run these all day long, the 35s, all day long, and never find a Riker trombone. And that is why, because the artifacts are tied to specific levels of what you're actually going after. Now, whether we like or dislike that system is kind of up to y'all. I'm not here to debate it. I do actually like the structured system. It encourages you to get better as a group, to run things as a group. And in the end, I think that it's certainly better than the forbidden technology system, which was basically just a, here's a common, and then if you want to have anything decent, spend several $1,000s to max out this epic. So yeah, we're not a big fan of that at all. But anyway, here are the Borg uni complexes, which are what the rare formation armadas are. As a reminder, these do not count as Borg hostiles, so there's no advantage to using your Talios, and no Borg research makes you better against them. But as you saw on the chart, this 31 launches a very specific type of winnings. So you're only going to get the Blade of Takan, which you notice I've unlocked and I've got plenty of, but at the same time, the Blade of Takan can drop on any of them. So hitting a 31 really has no advantage unless you simply are too weak to progress. If you are a alliance out there, the 31s and the 38s are just meh. Like in terms of payout, but they're not anything special in them. You want to move up to at least the 41s if your alliance can take those on. And I have found on an original server, the 41s are not terribly difficult if you're bringing 4 ships. Basic rule of thumb is you want to have 1/3 power. I hate the 1/3 power stuff, and because it's always relative to the officers that you're bringing. Roughly 1/3 power with good officers, or half power if you want to play it safe. We only ever bother with, hell, we will do it with a 1/4 power based on what ships we brought and what crews are available for the ones that we're hitting. So real quick, I want to hop in here. I'll just show you that rare and show you whether or not you can hit it. Thankfully, this fog of war makes it really tough. It's fantastic scopely. But anyway, as you can see, we actually have somebody running it right now, DMFL. We say a 181. So if you wanted to half that, combining up to 90, or 1/3 that, combining up to 60 with your 4 ships, you should be able to take it down with good crewing. But anyway, that's for sourcing the rares. Finally, I want to talk about this right here. This is the actual chest in the artifact gallery itself, what it pays out for your level. So depending on what level of a player you are, these are the different things that can drop in your actual chest. Now, I think this is useful information that you should probably, I don't want to say memorize, I would say grab this chart, share with your alliance. Again, these things are things that I share all over my Discord, but these are what you can find in your regular artifact gallery chest based on your level. So I'm level 45 through 49. So you see in my bracket that I don't really have a chance in the regular, I don't have a chance at all of getting in the epics, but the good news is my premium does in fact have the epics. So if you're curious what is available and where, there is your answer. So hopefully this video covered all the basics of how to get the artifacts, how exactly they work, and how to actually target them as an alliance. And I really hope that helps you. If you enjoyed the video, I ask that you do the same thing every video. If you haven't done it yet, I don't know how I'm going to convince you, but I'm going to keep asking because it helps out, and everybody that does it helps out. Like it. That's really it. And hit subscribe if you haven't already. And that's it. Live long and plunder. Stay safe for the Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Catch you on the next video. And yeah, appreciate you watching, as always.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.
So these right here, FSEP 505, FSEP 3819, example. If you go into that system and then use the summoning feature of Voyager, there is a chance that there is a hostile in that system that you can summon. Now, if it's not in there, the game will refund you your currency. But you go into that system, use your summoning ability. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to waste it, obviously. And if it appears, what's going to show up is this ship right here, the Silver Blood USS Voyager. It's just a regular hostile. Destroy that hostile, you'll get a little bit of currency here. Dr. Iron Chef, thank you for the 100 biddies. Destroy that hostile. And then after a few minutes, in your actual USS Voyager refinery will appear a chest. Now, we hopefully made a clip for this earlier so I can show it tomorrow. Will appear a chest, and in that chest will be the avatar